Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. I want to cover two topics today that are kind of creating a lot of controversy in the PC gaming world right now. Mortal Kombat 11 is something that really extends beyond PC gaming. However, I think the PC release of MK11 is something we should really be talking a lot about. This is a game that going into its release, I was pretty vocal about my displeasures with MK11, namely on the PC side of things. Fighting games don't really resonate at an extreme level on PC, although it does seem like there's a level of excitement for MK11 that is a far greater than other fighting games. I mean, right now, looking at Mortal Kombat 11's player base, it says that 22,000 people are online right now, which for a fighting game is quite remarkable. However, there are some things holding MK11 back, and I think it's something that's becoming very apparent in fighting games, and in Mortal Kombat 11, it's been pretty well publicized, but the microtransaction elements, even though they are being remedied, there's a bigger picture that this is spelling for gaming, and I really want to talk about that. And also, Arma 3 is introducing a major expansion, and that's launching on April 29th. However, with that expansion also comes creator DLC, and this is once again an attempt to monetize modding. Now, this isn't something that is completely revolutionary. We've seen this in the past. Valve tried to do it with Skyrim, and they wanted to introduce paid Skyrim mods. I believe Blizzard had premium mods for StarCraft 2, so it's not like this is something that is completely out of the ordinary. However, it hasn't really resonated, and it hasn't really stuck with a lot of games, and it hasn't been something that we've typically seen in gaming. Will it be different in Arma 3? We'll see. I do want to give my 2 cents on that, but first let's talk about Mortal Kombat 11. Now, going into the release of any fighting game, especially on PC, it's generally not gonna be all too hyped up, because while PC gaming is growing for these consoleized experiences, fighting games is one area that PC has always lacked on, and gamers are just gonna flock to consoles to play their fighting games. But we still see the majority of fighting games at least be released on PC. You'll see your Blaze Blues, you'll see Soul Calibur 6, Tekken 7 was on PC, and of course the Mortal Kombat games have been on PC, and with the release of Mortal Kombat 11, that was pretty exciting, because I think out of all of the fighting games that are available on PC, Mortal Kombat is the most iconic and the most popular. So MK11 was naturally, even for a PC fighting game release, it was gonna have a sizable amount of attention surrounding it. And there is a sizable player base playing this game. I mean, it just came out, so let's see how it holds up in a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then that 6-month time period. Let's see if people are still playing the game then. You'll notice that the PC reception and the Steam reviews are coming in at mixed. Now, they were actually, I believe, mostly negative a little while ago, but it seems like that has balanced out a little bit. Let me give you guys my 2 cents on this game. Okay, so the main issue and the main reason people are mad about Mortal Kombat 11 is, of course, the crypt towers and the microtransactions introduced into that game. It's very grindy, and this is something we've been seeing more and more in fighting games. It's obviously grindy to a point, and Ed Boon put out a tweet saying that NetherRealm Studios is aware of the issues and they are working on remedying it. Now, they put this out the day of the game's release, I believe, so they were pretty aware of the grindy issues from the get-go, and a lot of people, I feel like, are getting duped and getting manipulated, thinking, hey, NetherRealms is on gamers' side, Ed Boon is so great for gamers. However, and as much as I respect Ed Boon, and it's not even NetherRealm, nor is it Ed Boon's fault, this is probably a Warner Brothers directive. Guys, you have to be so foolish in thinking that they didn't know that this game was so grindy from the get-go. Are you telling me a game with as much polish as Mortal Kombat 11 has, they didn't realize through all of their testing, hey, maybe these towers are a little bit grindy, let's remedy that before the game actually launches? Because by all accounts, this is a super easy fix, but they instead decided to release the game, and then after all of the backlash came out from fans, from critics, and now is when you put out the tweet saying, hey, we heard your complaints, let's dial it back down a little bit, when they already knew that the grindy elements of this game was ridiculous. So from a Warner Brothers standpoint and a NetherRealm standpoint, this is a win-win scenario. They released the game super grindy, and if people are okay with it, okay, the game just remains super grindy, and then they can make some extra money off microtransactions. And if that's not the case, if there is the backlash that we are seeing, hey, we could just be like, let's dial the game back down a little bit. It'll still be a little grindy, we'll still give you the option to invest money, but now we come out looking like the good guys because, hey, we're fixing our games. Don't try to play that game with me. I and many other people, to their credit, have seen through this. It's something that's clear as day. This was a directive by Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers aren't new to adding microtransactions to their game. Look at Middle-earth Shadow of War. That game had its issues with that from the get-go as well, and in the case of MK11, this is something we're seeing as well. And Mortal Kombat 11 is really bad because not only is it a $60 base game, there was a pre-order character bonus, and there's a season pass for the game that's $40. So if you want the entire experience of Mortal Kombat 11, you had to pre-order the game for $60, and then you had to buy a season pass for $40. That's the combat pack. Not only that, if you didn't pre-order the game and you wanted to get the game after the fact, Shao Kahn is not a part of the premium edition. He was a part of the pre-order bonus, but if you didn't get him as a pre-order bonus, you would have to buy MK11, then you would have to buy the combat pack for $40, then you would have to buy Shao Kahn for $6, and that's how you would get the entire experience right now. And all indications point that there is going to be a second combat pack, and that looks to be another $40. So if you think about it that way, the base game is $60, Shao Kahn is $6, combat pack 1 is $40, and if there is a second combat pack, that would be another $40. That is $146 for the entire experience. You are paying $146 to get the entirety of Mortal Kombat 11, and not only that, the game has all of these microtransactions. Guys, this is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't care how good fundamentally Mortal Kombat 11 is. I get that it's a super smooth fighting game. I get that quality-wise, it's one of the better fighting games that people have ever played. However, in terms of monetizing a game, in terms of what this spells for the future of games and fighting games in particular, this is not something I want to see in the future, and the negative reviews are to be warranted. Now, you guys again are gonna say, hey, they're fixing it right away, and I keep seeing this on Twitter, I keep seeing this on social media. It's all good. The game's only been out for a day. We are at a point where it's okay for a game to be out only for a day and for all of these problems to be there. I see it on Twitter over and over again. Why are people complaining? The game's only been out for a day. Let's wait a month. Let's wait 2 months. That's where we're at. Where these microtransactions, these grindy elements can persist in a game. All of the season pass content, all of this DLC, that's not enough. You need all of these microtransactions in there. You need the game to be inherently grindy. Now, I know that $6,440 number is a little bit misleading, but nonetheless, Mortal Kombat 11 just paints a very bleak future for the reality of gaming going into 2020, 2021. I don't want to see this continue to be an element in fighting games because it's only a matter of time until it bleeds on over into other genres of games. We see games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey have sizable microtransactions. I can talk about that game being grindy and that game having an XP boost until I'm blue in the face, but nonetheless, I've talked about that a lot. I just hope Mortal Kombat 11 gets fixed up. I hope this isn't an issue with fighting games in the future, and I hope it's not an issue with games in the future. And for a game that's probably going to get more DLC down the line, that's just not the line of thinking I would go across. Alright, so that's my spiel on Mortal Kombat 11. Hopefully they get the game remedied. Hopefully the community on PC persists, because I would love to see this being an active fighting game on PC. We don't have a lot of those, and I would like MK11 to be that. Alright, and lastly, I do also want to talk about Arma 3 coming back to the 80s with a brand new expansion coming this Monday, April 29th. However, it is also introducing creator DLC, and it's being produced by a small team, and now you will be able to create mods and actually sell them. Rock Paper Shotgun has a pretty good article on it, and it notes that as for the creator DLC program, it seems roughly comparable to Blizzard's premium mods for StarCraft 2, possibly even more structured. Modders cannot just pull a previously free project from pages and turn it commercial. It needs to be an entirely new project pitched to Bohemia and approved. Interestingly, Bohemia's policy is to not even announce creator DLC until it's nearly ready to launch. On the technical front, it's a little different from regular Arma 3 DLC. It'll be optional to install as opposed to mandatory, as all official DLC has been so far. So commercializing mods has been something that's done in the past. When Skyrim was going to get paid mods through the Steam Workshop, that was a big topic in PC gaming, and of course that they went back on that, and that's not really a thing anymore. The idea of commercializing mods I don't think inherently is a bad idea, because that would incentivize modders to work even harder on creating compelling content, but at the same time, does that incentivize people on not working as hard on free content? We've seen incredible free Skyrim mods and free Skyrim expansions that has increased the longevity of the game so much. Are we gonna get normalized to a world where mods are gonna begin being paid for and free mods are gonna go to the wayside, and that's not really gonna be a big thing? I wouldn't like to see that. So it is a little bit of a catch-22. Whenever change like this is gonna be implemented, especially one where you're being asked to pay money for something that was formerly free, I think there's gonna be a lot of backlash with that. And I just think inherently people are going to be really adverse to it at first. Let's see if it persists. It's going to be a hard sell for people to start paying for something that was formerly free. It has panned out in the past. People started paying for things like PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold, but at that point, you're really locking away a service from them. In this case, it's mods. Free mods are still going to be available. It just depends on how high quality these paid mods are. Are they going to be at the level of warranting a $4.99, $9.99, $14.99, $19.99 drop? I don't know. We'll see how it pans out, but it is something interesting I wanted to note, and I definitely want to hear your guys' input on that. I know a lot of you guys will be upset on the notion of paid mods and commercializing mods. because mods is something that we have been acclimatized to expect for free, but nonetheless, if it can motivate modders in creating even more compelling content, that might be something interesting. But we'll find out soon enough. The new Arma 3 expansion will be dropping this Monday, and it will be dropping for $23, so a pretty hefty expansion, but it is adding a lot of new content. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, let me know your guys' thoughts on Mortal Kombat 11, something that is really dividing a lot of gamers. I think I made my point with a lot of clarity. But let me know your guys' thoughts on Arma 3 is introducing creator DLC next week. We'll see how that pans out. I think a lot of you guys will be upset by it, but I will adopt a wait-and-see approach with this one. That's going to conclude this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can put that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.